We're about to lose one. Get the intruder.
Copy. We're almost there.
Security breach.
Attacking the area.
Security breach.
Shit, I've got movement. Where? Everywhere. Contact!
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to some more Splinter Cell Blacklist Spies vs. Mercs multiplayer action. This week, we're doing, you know what, I know that I've been rotating back and forth between some Blacklist, some classic game modes, but this week I've been throwing in another Blacklist. There are a few reasons behind it. I liked the symmetry on this when you compare it to last week, and to last week's round, and you know what, I've been in there trying to get some classic, and Dubman, you're gonna know this, because we were in, trying to get a few classic games in over the past couple of weeks together, and there was just a lot of guys that were cutting out early, you know, so it's tough going in there just finding a match sometimes. Other times it's tough just holding on to that match from start to finish, and it's tough finding a nicely, you know, whether it be a balanced match or something that turns out to be, you know, worthy of putting up here on the channel. I do have a little classic footage, and I'll try and work it in, but I don't know if I'm going to stick to that hardline kind of 1 week classic, 1 week blacklist mentality. We'll see. Anyway, we're watching me completely blow this this A guard. You know, just I don't know why I'm hesitating so hard here. Why I'm playing it so cautiously. I've swung around 3 different doors, and finally, this is usually the one you can get in. I mean, if I hadn't waited until the respawn was happening, I probably could have ducked in there easily enough. But no, I was stutter stepping it back at the main doors. Finally swing wide to the lower door, and get gangbanged down there. God damn. The dual slice and dice for coming from 2 ends. God damn, they sliced me open. They sliced me open good. Now anyway, I'm coming back in. We still have some time on this terminal. I see the RFD pop up. Alright, beautiful. And I had seen them all. I had seen all 4 of them when I was looking through the camera. I really wasn't expecting them to be double stacked on that door that quickly. You know, I just seemed a little odd, especially with 2 guys hanging around on the pipes at the center of the room. You know, and they're still there. Well, there's one with their pistolas out. You know, sending a little lead our way. So, you know what? Between my incompetence just trying to get into the building, a little bad luck on that last entry, and my team's just utter failure once they did get in here. God damn, we lost the terminal really quickly at like the 8-minute mark. That's just bad. That's awful, you know, when that goes down. And anyway, look at me now. They've picked up this C-hack, and look at this. This is a perfect example of playing with your, you know, on emotion, making it personal. Because I came in here and I wasn't pleased. I'll tell you all that. I knew there was a couple of guys in here, and I kept them pinned in here. Now the question is, did I keep them pinned in here, or did they keep me pinned in here? They kept me pinned in here. God damn it, hurts. So, like I said, playing on emotion, making it personal, not making the smart play, and going to help out the team. As you can see, the C-hack starting to get a little deep here, Hertzy. You might want to wrap things up in this obsolete sector, sir, and move on. Anyway, finally, here we go. But, you know what? I made it personal, and I got my revenge, but did it come at a greater cost? We'll have to find out as I make this, you know, try to get this reload in. God damn, I find this gun a pain in the ass to fully reload at times. And I finally make my way over to the C sector with the hack closing in at 70%. God damn, it hurts. What the hell were you thinking, sir? So now getting in here, there's just a sliver of time left to try and find this hacker. I'm tracking down some, you know, some thugs, some defenders. Mega Mouse falls to my might. And again, you have to remember, with the way everything started today, I'm frothing a little bit at the mouth at this point, you know? I'm not pleased coming in here. And of course, this I think is the hacker. No, it's a returning defender. I think it was one of the guys that I actually put down in the distant A terminal, or the A sector. And they pulled this hack in. And there he is right there, the dirty scoundrel. And he manages to evade me yet again. Gets away as I empty my clip, completely empty my supply of ARX 160 ammo. and I'm forced to go to the pistol and then make just a god-awful, well, it was like a realized brain fart, as rather than try and fill low there full of lead with the pistola, I go to my my VX gas, and that really was the realization of my brain fart. Y'all saw it unfold in real time, yes, and I get gunned down for my trouble. Now we're sitting here 5.5 minutes, and they have 2 terminals and 2% of the third one. And so we've got a long guard here on the B terminal at the heart of this map. And goddamn. And I don't know if y'all noticed when I had tabbed up those numbers, but my team was not performing well. Between the 3 of them, at one point it was me with 9 kills, them with a total of 1. What the hell has been going on? And I know this one guy, this QQ Sheka guy. I know him to be, he can certainly bang out there with some of the top players, So he knows what's up, and I don't know what the hell is happening exactly. Perhaps, because I think he's Russian, perhaps he was suffering some latency or some lag. It may have been playing a part in this round, but regardless, goddamn, did we ever let this get out of control here early on the Merc side of things. And no, we're forced to do the hard defense, the tight defense on this B block for the duration of this round. Anyway, let's take a look at the loadout. We've seen it, I think, the past couple of Blacklist rounds. It's that elite adrenaline suit with the RFD vision, the flash protection visor, armored gloves, pocket pants, running shoes, VX and frags are in the pockets, and the Storm and the ARX 160 red dot sight, muzzle brake, armor-piercing rounds, weight balance, match-grade trigger, accurized barrel, great run-and-gun weapon, just a great run-and-gun tool. Fires really well from the hip as well, and I think I made mention of that in the last episode, So anyway, oh, and I should mention, I know I'm not going to get to it at this episode, but I did see the latest batch of recommendations coming in from both Elijah and I think it was Murdas. And, you know what, I did put them into, some things into effect. I will get to it, I will get around. I have some footage captured of those designs in particular. We'll get it up soon enough, guys, and we'll address some of my thoughts on your recommendations and maybe ways to improve them. And especially for Elijah, I know you wanted me to get off of the takedown gloves / whisper boots combo. But you know what? There are some pros and cons to it that perhaps you had overlooked, But anyway, I will get up to all of that when I actually get the footage up here, next week or a couple weeks from now, So anyway, as you can see, 3 minutes left, and we're sweating it. We're sweating it. We really are sweating it here. And they make a pretty solid assault. They get to the terminal a few times, Sometimes it was a bit of a botched entry. We just had things on a really solid lockdown. In the meantime, I'll tell you, it's helping me rack up some kills here, certainly, with this B defense. And I did hear the man coming around the corner. I was aware of the second man at the other door. And unfortunately, I was just hoping to get in there with the gun bash. No, the fast little gun bash. Instead, I don't know what my guy was doing. My Merc felt like popping some collars. I don't know, popping the cork on that man's skull. I don't know what he was trying to do there. He was taking his sweet-ass time doing it, and as soon as I saw the clapper come out, I knew I was probably going to get shanked. And, of course, that's how it went down, yes. Anyway, and again, they managed to touch it. This low guy, I don't know if it's L, it's supposed to be low, or L, or lollygagger, or what the hell that is supposed to be. LO10008, yes. Anyway, that guy was pretty solid, I played several rounds with him in this session, and he had certainly been around the block once or twice, despite donning that low rank. And I think the VSD guys were probably in the same boat as well, maybe a little less experienced, but I think they had probably gone to the end of the line and then back to the start, So, as far as the elite ranks go. Didn't quite follow me there. Anyway, so yeah, they were, some low-ranking looking guys, but they could certainly tangle it up in there, and certainly knew what the hell was going on. At least some of them did. We were getting worked over. There's no denying it. We were getting a little worked over here. And again, look at this. They've got the hack. I fall, and they get this goddamn hack going in the B terminal. And it's going deep this time. This is not good. And, of course, I see what I think is the hacker up on top of the dump truck. and I accidentally bring myself over the ledge, so a bit of a botch there. Didn't mean to run over the railing like that. Now, as I try to track him down, he disappears over the edge of the dump truck. Now I have to be careful because I don't want to get myself ledge grabbed, so I take the safe route back down here, and I completely missed him. And I think you probably all would have seen him out of the corner of my eye before I actually got on the ramp. But a little lucky there as I tracked down the hacker Mega Mouse and send him over. And not only that did I send him over the railing, send him off of the little ramp, but I got his leg all cut up, wedged underneath the ramp and the railing or something, and got to put a few more rounds on him just to show my whole distaste with what the hell is happening here. We're just getting completely worked over. Oh my god. The odds are quite stacked against us at this point, as we're going to be moving in and putting on the spy gear here in about 10 or 15 seconds. One final assault, I think, comes in on this terminal. They try to get something going. I get the VX gas down last minute here, just trying to throw up the block. Somebody does, low, and that's a sign of experience. He brought the game into overtime, sacrificed his own life just to get onto the terminal, and of course here I am. We see the guy pop up on HUD with what appears to be an intel device in the area, perhaps a drone, not really sure. I think it was a drone, and he gets the hack going. Does a funky little dive off of that railing, maybe a little bit of lag playing out there. He seemed to come off there really funny, but I did manage to track him down and shut him down, and now this hack is basically, this terminal is on lockdown at this point, and we have given it, well, we gave up a lot, didn't we? Yes, we did. We gave up a lot, 258%, and damn, we've got our work cut out for us, Oh, some big numbers for me. 7 defense, 26 and 5, but beside all of that, you put that aside for a second as the big performer. A lot of those kills came in on that really that long B defense, so I was able to stack things up there. But you know what? Despite the weaker performances by the rest of my team when compared to me, I certainly have to take responsibility for that, for the way I would not abandon the A sector and my incompetence trying to get in there in that sector in particular at the start. And look at this. This is a very serious tone that I say this in. Yo, I'd better get it together. Yes. And as we take off, looking to hack ourselves a little intel and try to bring in, the full, well, it's going to have to be pretty damn close to that full 300% if we want to secure a victory here. Will we be able to do it? Well, you'll have to wait and find out, won't you? I make a quick move for C, but I'm already being tracked here by the man I need to watch out for. Best player on the other team, that low guy, that L guy, that lollygagger. Call him what you will. But, missed the blast with the shotgun, shook things up. I shook things up as I rounded the corner with that EMP grenade. Certainly helped matters, as I came in and closed in on his neck. Did a little slicing and dicing. You can see the one guy I really need to depend on this round in particular. The guy with the QQ at the start of his name, Krishka. Not really sure what that's supposed to be, but whatever it is. I know that I've played with him enough, through various sessions, that I know that he can take care of business. So I'm counting on him to carry a bit of the weight here on this spy side. Anyway, I probably should have made a bit more of an effort to reposition at this point, but where am I going to go? Am I going to jump over to the other side, where they're probably going to be flooding in from? So I just held my ground. I didn't like the fact that I put down L or low over here. We're going to call him low. I didn't like the fact that I put down low over here with the shotgun. And I figured he would be returning, and of course, here he is. He finally does breach the area for a second time successfully. You know what? And if you noticed, I hit the quick tase with the stun crossbow, but he was right on the mark with the shotgun as well. Wasn't missing this time, as he put one square, a shotgun round square in my face, and that was it. Hack ended at 69%. Yes, I got fucked there. Yes. Yes, anyway, straight back to life. I make a mad dash. I know we're going to have to bring in a terminal here quickly if we stand any chance of bringing in a victory. So I make a mad dash here for the A terminal. I figured they were all going to be over there at the C, in the C sector. And in most instances, I may have slowed things down ever so slightly, waited at the A terminal for a couple of seconds to see how Jay DeMar actually did over here, if he could carry it, past that, I don't know, 15-20% mark, see if it was worth my time to come over here. But you know what, if we're going to do this, it has to be done as a team, so I kicked it into overdrive to get in here, tried to save the hack, spilled a little blood, but this guy, Grid Dirt, He was pumping me full of some lead there, some silenced, some nerfed lead, yes, but he was pumping me full of it nonetheless. And of course I missed the tase. It looked pretty good to me. He just came out there a little funky, you know. I think he'd been swigging a little hooch before he left the B sector. Had a little swig from his flask, was a little tipsy coming out onto the flight of stairs, and was a little wobbly coming down. And that's why I missed. Clearly, that was the reason I missed the stun crossbow tase of death. Anyway, back to life one more time. We do have this C-hack. Well, we did have the C-hack going. It's now been shut down. Anyway, this is the old faithful loadout. Again, elite ghillie suit, stun crossbow, and you know what is it? Whisper boots, takedown gloves. I've got my RFD disruption. I've got my sonar goggles, and I've got my ID blocker pants. And there we go. And I've been using this loadout for a while. However, you know, the newest addition really is the stun crossbow. And you're going to see some great stun crossbow action before this round wraps. I promise you all that. As I've been feeling much more comfortable with it, you know, the more I use it. Anyway, I highly recommend this location. I have fallen in love with this location. I find it a great starting location. You've got options both on the horizontal and the vertical for exit out of here, and you're pretty well concealed. You can catch at least one guy. That initial charge, you could probably catch one guy, get one guy's back as he goes wandering on by unknowingly, you know, perhaps skip to this location. And you can, if you're decisive in your actions, you can get the jump on him before, even if somebody is coming to check this location in particular, you can probably jump on him before he's gonna stumble across you. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just kind of hold things up, and again, it was the lollygagger low to fall first here, as he was on the hunt, you know, and that again, just a sign of that he knows what's up, he knows what's happening, he knows what's going down. He's the guy that you have to watch out for. He's always there on the front line, trying to hunt down the hacker, putting forth some effort, you know. And of course, my team doing a great job here, pretty solid job defending me. The spies are circling, the sharks are swarming. They're looking to spill some blood. They can sense the blood in the water. And they're looking to go in for the kill. Now, right there, I probably should have come over the top of the wall and gone in for the death from above. I finally do make a little bit of a move, throw on the ghillie suit as we're in the dying seconds of this hack. Want to bring one in successfully right here, and we do at the 5-minute mark, keeping hope alive for this round, keeping hope alive. And the team not done with the slice and dice, not done with the goddamn, I don't know, the Ginsu extravaganza just yet. No, as we continue to spill a little more blood on the way out of the area, you know. And this right here, beautiful quick daze stun at long, well, about mid-range, I'd say, you know, long range for the stun crossbow, and a great little disappearing act into the B sector. Made a good judgment call at the door, cut inside rather than going in for the knife kill at that moment in time, because I really thought, you know, that stun was going to wear off. I was probably gonna end up suffering, you know, a broken nose or you know, a concussed skull, something, as I tried to close in on that Merc as that stun had worn off, you know. Anyway, I put down the drone. I entered the area pretty nicely, put down low, which is always a good thing because you know that guy is on the hunt, and take down the guest's drone, and then put down the droner as well, and just kind of guarding the door, keep Mega Mouse out for one more round. He goes back to the penalty box for another 15 or 20, and just slowing things down, you know, keeping all the mercs out of the area for as long as I possibly can, so that QQ here, Krishka, can try and bring in this hack, you know. And of course, he's at the opposite end of the room. Now, right here, there's just a little bit too much going on. I made a bit of a poor choice trying to track the man who was still posted up at the door. I lost low in the process, and he makes me pay for it. Yes, for my poor awareness there. As I finally did manage to track him up again, it was a little bit too late. We were already facing off at the door, and he got the jump on me and stuck me good right in the sternum. Goddamn, I'm still feeling that one. I'll tell you that, people. Anyway, unfortunately, with me falling, with the defenses falling, low does get deep on the room, and you know, tracks down my man there with the hack going, and it's shut down at 78%. Goddamn, that would have been slick if we had brought in that second hack right then and there. You know what? Securing victory would have been, well, much easier than it currently is. I do a little bit of work in here. Again, trying to get in to save the hack. It's just not happening. They're swarming. You know, I'm hitting the stuns, which I needed. I'm doing some slicing and dicing on guys dropping down from the upper levels, and I'm making it work. I just couldn't keep the hack alive, unfortunately. Anyway, one guy does manage to slip past me, but what I do instead, I figure I'll let him go and I'll try and guard the door, keep the rest of them out, keep the amount of the Merc presence in the area to a minimum, and just try and keep this this wide perimeter, this wide guard up. And I make some spectacular kills here, as I not only take the man kind of unawares as he's jumping out the B window, but I stop the two coming down the ramps with some great work there. A little bit of with the putting all my gear to use with the EMP grenade, dropping that down, shaking things up on the first kill, and then a quick tase at close range with the stun crossbow on the second on Mega Mouse to put him down, and again continuing with the slicing and dicing. Unfortunately, it was I let the wrong man into the sector with Low getting in here with this lollygag up, and he's up on top of this goddamn terminal, gunning down Spies as they swarm all around him. Goddamn, but not me, sir, not me. As I managed to get in, get out with the hack and tack, and he's tracking. Obviously, he's got RFD vision. He saw me move away with my cloaked, or he has the motion tracking. If he has the motion tracking, he was clearly tracking me there. But again, I get the jump on him. Perhaps he wasn't expecting me to step out on him. He did just jack the adrenaline into his veins. So you know what? It was a good thing I moved when I did. Otherwise, I probably would have lost that melee encounter. Shake things up with a little EMP grenade and then close in. Anyway, the hack is kept alive. We're taking it deep. We've got time. We've got time to make it happen. Time is dwindling, though. Not much time, but we do have time. Should I be able to bring this one in, we have time to get onto that third terminal and try and bring in a victory here. Some serious scrambling. I'm all over the place, just running wildly through the room. There was some method to my whole my madness there, perhaps. Trying to avoid the patrols. I certainly did put kind of throw caution to the wind to anybody who did have the motion tracking active. Tracking me could have been pretty simple. However, I did have some allies in the area that were also kind of all over the place, and were in there taking some necks. So the team kind of coming together, kind of heated, maybe my warning at the start of this game, as if to, I did say, y'all better get it together, and they did. They did for the most part. It's some great efforts in a few of these sectors. I tried to get in the dying seconds to try and keep this game alive, trying to bring in that third terminal if we could, or at least take it to the 60% mark and bring in a sweet comeback victory, but it just didn't happen. I was a little disappointed to see Jay DeMar kind of sitting up there in the office. In a situation like that, you have to make a move, even if it's going to cost you your life. You got to do something. You got to do something. But anyway, there we go. I think I said at the start of this, the reason I put these this video back-to-back with the last one from last week, was the symmetry. If you go back and you check out the final intel counts on the other video, it was 258% to 200%, and they really, in the dying seconds, in the last few minutes of their game, the team that had lost last time around, they made it look respectable, and we did as well, And of course, bringing in some big numbers for myself here, so rivaling the 40, 2 hacks, 7 defense, 40 and 9. And despite those numbers, I still have to I can't blame the team, for the loss at all. So much of it was the way I handled that A sector. First, my inability to get in there, and then second, my unwillingness to leave it until every last filthy spy was dead. Yes, but and allowed them to bring in. Now, not to say that if my presence in the C sector would have made a huge difference, but it would have been one more pair of eyes, scoping out the area, one more guy patrolling, perhaps cutting off that lane that Low had continuously ducked into. So anyway, whatever happens. I mean, it was big numbers, but again, I have to take a big part of the responsibility for that loss. So there we go. Anyway, right below me, this guy QQ, 1 defend, 17 and 16, and then Jay DeMar and. Jay DeMar was actually pretty good. His numbers got out of control. But I, again, wasn't pleased to see him kind of stall out at the very end of the game. But there were some great moments where, the guys at the bottom of the team as well were doing some great swarming just to keep the hack alive, So I got to give them credit. Low here, the lollygagger, the L 10,008. 1 hack for him, 5 defense, 31 and 16, big numbers, carried the big shotgun, had spilled quite a bit of blood, and was certainly the guy you had to watch out for. Right below him, and the rest of the guys on the team, their numbers not really all that great. Mega Mouse wasn't too bad, 14 and 20. The other 2 guys, a little, their numbers got a little bit out of control. But again, there was a big long defense on when they were the Spies on that B terminal, and I was in particular, really racking up some kills at that point in time. Anyway, people, thanks for stopping by, tuning in, and checking this out. Murders and Elijah, I will try and get to your loadouts, your recommendations, within the next few videos. You know, we'll address some of them. And even going back to Nitro's old Ace loadout. I might bring a variation of that if I have any footage of it. It's currently, and it's been in one of my least used loadouts, my customized Merc number 3 with the UAV suit. So it doesn't get too much use, but I may try and get to that as well. You know, I'm certainly aware of all the comments. I don't always come in and respond to much, but I certainly do read all the comments that come in, and certainly do appreciate those and just the support of you guys stopping by. So, people, as always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, remember why it hurts. Later.